All right, well, while I'm sitting out here enjoying my flock before I put them up for the night, I want to talk about hatching eggs. So, a lot of people ask for hatching eggs. I've had a couple of calls and shipping eggs, things like that. So, the reason that people want to do that is usually you can get, a half a dozen to a dozen eggs for about the same price as a quality goose will be. And that's okay. I mean, I've done it. I know friends that have done it. It's a perfectly viable way to do it. But here's why I do not do hatching eggs or shipping eggs more specifically. So, with Sebastopol geese, they say that if you get 25% of a hatch rate, you're doing really good. With shipping eggs, you're cutting that number down to almost nothing. So there are some sellers that require a minimum of 6 eggs to ship, or I know others that require a dozen. Usually they charge about $25 an egg, and then plus basically overnight shipping charges, or at best 2 day. And again, all that's fine. There are people are comfortable with doing it, and I encourage you, if you really, really, really want hatching eggs, then do it. Why I don't do it and why I will not ship eggs is because I've seen time and time and again that while I like our postal service, it is not necessarily reliable. So eggs usually only have about a 7 to 10 day fertility level, and then it starts dropping off. So assuming you can collect all the eggs in a day, get them to a person, shipped, and then to that place, they need to sit for a full 24 to 48 hours with the pointy side of the egg down to try to reattach the air cell that that is the air for the gosling as it grows. So the shipping process is very destructive to those air cells. A lot of times they come out just looking like tons of little bubbles. So sometimes they don't necessarily reform back into that one big air cell. So that's a problem. Not all postal service or post offices will pay attention. So, for instance, when I received shipping eggs a few years back. The person wrote, call this number for pickup. Do not put on truck, because all day my eggs ended up sitting on the truck because I didn't listen, and they were constantly being jarred back and forth, back and forth. Every time the post office mail person would stop at a new box or place, those eggs were being jarred back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now, we did get a dozen eggs in that. I had 6 hatch, and I only had 2. I had 6 that were good enough to get through the entire incubation process. Most of the babies died during hatch, and I got 2 out of it. So it was, yes, technically, I may have gotten a better deal because I got 2 goslings out of the 12. And that did cost me less than buying 2 goslings and transporting, but I don't like taking the risk. So, if you're in the Phoenix area and you want to reach out and say, hey, can I buy some hatching eggs? I may do that. It's not the business model I want to do, but on occasion I will do it, and especially if I have plenty of eggs. I feel very strongly that I don't ship birds, I don't ship eggs. I just don't trust the services well enough to put my precious cargo in a box and hope for the best. So that's what it comes down to for me. The second part of that is, if I'm sending you eggs, or whoever is sending you eggs, you are likely getting a random selection out of their geese. So you don't know anything about the temperaments. If you buy a baby from me, I can tell you exactly who the parents are, what their temperament's going to be like. I give the pedigree on my birds as much as I have. So, you're getting a lot more from me as a breeder on the one-to-one, and I'm always a resource. So if you have any issues, questions, concerns, I'm always available. I will not do, I can't do that with a shipping egg kind of model. And of course, I put a lot of content on my Honk Help website and here, but I much prefer having all of the knowledge of my birds. If you don't want that, then fine. Shipping eggs are probably your go-to, and good luck with that process. But so if you ask, like I said, if you're local, it's a possibility you could get a hatching egg from me. Again, it's not my favorite, and I definitely will not ship birds.